Hello, second grade families, and welcome to the new school year. My name is Mrs. May, and I will be your child's second grade teacher this year. In this video, I'm going to show you a presentation that will go over a little bit about me, about our classroom, some procedures that we will have in place this school year, and our daily schedule. So I'm going to pull that up so that you can follow along with me. All right, so to start off a little bit about me, as I said, my name is Mrs. May. This is my 5th year teaching second grade at Sanford. I graduated from Christopher Newport University and live in Newport News with my husband, Tim, and our cat Nala that you can see pictured down there at the bottom. In my free time, I love traveling and exploring new places. And some of my favorite things are coffee, football, and Disney. I'm looking forward to the new school year and can't wait to meet all of my new students. So now that you've learned a little bit about me, here are some pictures from our classroom. You can see a picture from our classroom library. So all of the books are organized by genre. We've got Dogman, Pete the Cat, a bunch of picture books, chapter books, lots of different options to choose from. And students will learn how to access the library and how they can have their books and turn them in. On the other side, you will see a student desk, and you notice that there are materials already on the desk. So you will not need to purchase any materials for your student. They are already supplied by the school. So here's our schedule. Student hours are from 8:20 a.m. to 2:55 p.m. So we will start our day off with our morning meeting where we will do some social building activities, and then we will go into science and social studies. And then you can see we have that nice big chunk from 9:15 to 11:40 for our literacy block. And during this time, we will have our reading whole group, writing whole group, and then the majority of this block will focus on our reading small groups. Then students have a nice break from 11:40 to 12:30, where we will start with lunch. And then once they are done with lunch, we will go straight into recess. So it's a nice long stretch for them to get a break, get some exercise, talk with their friends. And then we go right into math at 12:30 until 2 o'clock. And then from 2 o'clock to 2:45, they will have resource. And then we will end our day at 2:45 to 2:55 with a read aloud as we pack up and get ready for dismissal. And if at any point during this presentation you would like to pause and take a picture of any of these slides, please feel free to do so. So as I mentioned, we have resource at the end of our day. Here's just kind of a breakdown of what resource they will have each day. So on Monday, we have library, Tuesday is art, Wednesday music, Thursday PE, and then on Friday it will rotate. So each week they will get another one of these resources an extra day. Here kind of is an overview of our Q1 for what we will be covering in each subject. So for literacy, we are going to practice increasing our reading stamina. Now it's been a while since they've been asked to sit at a desk and read, so we're going to practice building that up. We will describe plot in fiction and poetry, differentiate between fiction and nonfiction. We'll describe the important parts of a story, like the settings, the character, conflict, resolution. And then in writing, we're going to really practice on expanding our writing by using adjectives and then making sure to use complete sentences. In our reading small groups and whole groups, we will practice decoding multisyllabic words and also practice reading with fluency. For math, you probably, if you were in Newport News School last year, remember the curriculum Eureka. And so we will be continuing our use of Eureka this school year. We will also complete the math inventory, and we will continue practicing fluency with sums and differences within 100, addition and subtraction of length units, and we will practice place value and counting and comparing numbers to 1,000. For our content block, we will be focusing mainly on social studies for the first quarter. So we will talk about citizenship and our classroom community and talk about famous historical figures such as Rosa Parks, Jackie Robinson, Cesar Chavez, and Thurgood Marshall. And then we will also have an introduction to weather. So the main source of communication between teacher and parent this school year is going to be on Canvas. So what you will need to do as the parent or guardian is become an observer on Canvas. So the way that you will do this is you will need to first download the Canvas parent app. And once again, if you want to take a picture of this slide so that you can refer back to it, please feel free to do so. Once you have downloaded the app, you will need to search for your school. And so you're not going to search for Sanford, you're going to search for Newport News as a whole. And you will need to select Newport News Parent Guardian. So make sure that you select Parent Guardian so that you are on the right account. Then you will need to create your account, complete your information, and then I will need to email you the student pairing code. So you do not have that yet. It will be getting emailed to you in the next few days. Once you receive this code, please note that it is only good for 7 days. So if for some reason you need the code again, please let me know if it's past 7 days, because that code will expire and no longer work. Once you have that pairing code, you can type that in, and then you will agree to the terms of service and then click start participating. And as I mentioned, this will be the primary way that I am contacting you, and that you can contact me as well throughout the school day. So some other important information to touch on, Chromebooks. If you were at Newport News Public Schools last year, your child should have their Chromebook. If not, hopefully you have already had a chance to pick one up. If not, you please contact the school office so that you can get a Chromebook as soon as possible, and they will be happy to get that all set up for you. This year, Chromebooks will be kept at school, so they will not be going home at the end of the day. They will stay right here in the classroom to make sure that we have them every day as we need them. There are a few half days scheduled where students are expected to complete asynchronous work in the afternoon. On these specific days, Chromebooks will be sent home, and those weeks I will send out a message on Canvas and email so that you are aware that your child will be taking their Chromebook home for those half-day learning. Please have your child bring their Chromebook and charger on the first day of school so that they have them ready to go right away. As I mentioned before, in the classroom pictures, supplies will be provided by the school. We already have them here for you, ready to go, so you do not need to send in any materials from home with your child. Meals will be eaten in the classroom for the first 2 weeks of school. Then after that, students will be having lunch in the cafeteria with social distancing measures in place to keep them safe. If your child would like to bring a reusable water bottle to school, that is completely fine. They will be using hands-free water station when they need to refill it, since we will not be using water fountains. So please make sure that they have that reusable water bottle in their backpack if you would like them to use that. So we have some mitigation strategies in place to make sure that we keep everyone safe and healthy. Number one is wearing masks. They will be worn at all times unless eating. They need to be worn correctly, covering the nose and the mouth. And masks need to be worn on the bus. And then if you are dropping your child off, the minute that they walk into the school building, they will need to have their mask on and keep it on. We will have hand washing and sanitizer upon entering the classroom, before or after any meals, and also before dismissal. Custodians will also be coming around the building and cleaning and disinfecting the building daily. And each classroom also has an air purifier that will be turned on all day during the school day. Some other important information, please make sure that you are screening your child for symptoms before sending them to school. You can find this on the Sanford website, the Return to Learn tab, and then scroll down to the daily health screening to view the symptoms to check your child for before sending them to school. Please be mindful that during this time, any of these symptoms listed on the health questionnaire are cause to keep your child at home. And if your child is showing these symptoms at school, the school nurse will be contacted. All right, so here is the last slide. This is my contact information. You can reach me by email at jessica.may@nn.k12.va.us. And then this is the Sanford phone number with extension straight to our classroom. So if you ever need to call during the school day, you can call that phone number. And then you can also connect with Sanford on Facebook so that you can get reminders about different events, if there's half days, if there's days that we are closed. That's a good way for you to kind of stay connected to know what's going on in our school. So for today for open house, you can please contact me today, Thursday, September 2nd, from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. If you have any further questions after reading this, you can email me or give me a phone call, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. I will see all students on the first day of school, Wednesday, September 8th. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the students, and I hope you all have a great weekend.